but I mean, you've been around for a long time. You're a rock legend. What's the secret to staying relevant for so long? Your fans here, you've got teen fans with tattoos of your face.
I think the whole thing is just to really love what you do. It just keeps me doing it. They exactly what I'm doing. I don't know. It's really cool though.
Do you have any advice for pop stars of today?
Yeah, well, I think it's the most important thing is to sort of stay away from following the commercial sort of path. You know, sort of stick to your own beliefs and do what you think is cool and not what all the corporation thinks is cool, which are obviously making money. I think that tends to create a lot of really sort of very dry and blasé music.
Right, you've always stayed very true to what you wanted to do. You've always had this very signature style that's still relevant and still setting it. Let's talk about your album though. Your album Flash is coming out April 6th, I believe.
April 6th.
Now you've got a ton of people on this album. Every song has a different guest vocalist, from people like Ozzy and Iggy and Adam Levine from Maroon 5 to Fergie. Who was the hardest to get?
I think the hardest guy to find was Andrew Stockdale. Because I thought he was in Australia, and I sent my feelers out, and it turned out that he happened to be in Los Angeles. And so I finally found him. And the other guy that was hard to get, and he was dodging me, was Dave Grohl. Because he knew that I wanted him to sing, and he didn't want to sing.
He didn't want to do it.
I finally nailed him down. He goes, dude, I don't want to sing. I just want to play my drums. I said, okay, we'll make an instrumental out of it. You just play your drums. And it was great. He's a phenomenal. But the rest of it was really easy.
What was the, working with all of these other amazing talents, along with yourself, bringing those people together? Was there any conflicts in the studio? Was it hard to get over their ideas of what the song should sound like?
No. Actually, I'd love to tell you that there was some sort of drama or something like that. But everybody was wonderful. It was a really creative process, and everybody had free reign to do whatever they wanted. I was really easy to adapt to whatever they wanted. But it was really sort of organic and the collaboration was a lot of fun.
We look forward to it. We've got some audience questions for you. First one here, Jessica.
Hello.
Hey.
We all know how good the drums were back in the day, and I'm just wondering, have you looked back on that experience and have you regretted it all, or like was it positive mostly for you?
It was probably one of the most coolest experiences of my life. I mean, I grew up in Guns N' Roses. I was like, we first started, I think I was like 18 or 19 years old. And, we sort of did things our own way, and we actually managed to be successful. And we were conformed to the industry, and we had a great fucking time.
Great. We've got Joseph right here with another question for you.
How you doing, Slash? Big fan. Glad to be in the same room as you.
Thanks.
Okay, so my question is, up until this point, what would you say was the biggest highlight of your career up to this point?
That's a tough question. I've got a lot of highlights. I think probably the most monumental highlight was opening up for Aerosmith in 1988. And, coming from being a pretty unknown band and all of a sudden becoming a really big band, and that sort of transition, still being an opening band and having the people show up early to see us play, and I was like, wow, that was a very cool time.
Is it fun to reminisce still?
I don't really spend a lot of time reminiscing because I'm sort of more in the present, so every so often I'll hang out with like Izzy or something, and it's like, we'll talk about some crazy stuff that went down at some point, but for the most part, we all lived it, and it's not really a lot to talk about.
We, as I was getting to know some of your fans here, I saw some tattoos, as I was saying before. You've got unbelievable amount of support from your fans here, and one in particular we wanted to show you. Let's take a look.